Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 212. Thank you so much for joining in today and becoming a regular member of Global Impromptu Speaking. Today we are 7 minutes late. I'm sorry for that. Let's jump in to our official meeting with the help of our today's topics master, Toastmaster Jaya. She always comes up with new idea, with screen sharing, something which is completely like school going. We have something practiced in schools, but this is what we normally love. And whenever she comes, she has so many treasures hidden behind the screen. Let's put our hands together without further ado. Put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Jaya to officially run the show. Toastmaster Jaya, over to you and best of luck.
Jaya, we can't hear you.
Are you speaking? You are on mute. You need to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. A very good evening to all the impromptu members and dear guests. Today I thought, why not have a theme called recycle? Last few months we missed out, and I guess none of us remembered or could celebrate World Environment Day or Green Day. That will let us do it. I have seen so many people littering about on the roads, empty plastic bottles, papers, and it really makes me feel, remorse about it. Today, while I was washing my dish, my mother screamed at me, "Why are you wasting the water? Switch off the tap." Hence, that's why today's theme, recycle. The word of the day is salvage. To reuse something that may otherwise be discarded. Second meaning, safe from danger. Other words that means recycle that you are all free to use in your words, apart from salvage, refurbish or revamp. As you can all see the screen looks like what? A tile? What does it look like to you all? Can anyone tell?
Yes, it's
Yes,
a tile.
tiles.
Sorry?
Tile, yeah.
Tile. Well, I have turned this into kind of board game. Only I could not make a dice, online dice. But this will be very interesting. What you all need to do, choose any number, okay? And then we will see what is behind that number and I'll throw you that question to you. Are you all ready? Let's start. One moment. Okay. First, may I call upon TM Savita?
Yes, Toastmaster Jaya.
Can you choose any number from this board?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. This is your question. Paper cut. A tree's one glorious moment of revenge.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaya, and my greetings to everyone present here. Shouldn't all of us be careful about environment? Each and everyone owes to nature, the divine nature. How much nature gives us? Do we ever sit and think so much we get from nature? Resources, unlimited resources. The divine mother, what we say, has given us. But in what way we give it back? We just for an example, when tissue paper box is kept, without thinking, we just pull out papers. When we go to restaurants or to malls, just we pull out papers without thinking that just one small piece of paper, how much it goes behind to make that paper, how much trees, how much wood, how much energy, how much man force is gone. We never give it a thought. Just keep on pulling, even if it is not required to wipe or just dry your hands or face, we do it. It's a crime, I feel. But this thing, don't you agree with me? It should be taught when we are in school. We are at a junior level. Then those things has to be put it in our brain that how important a paper is there, how the tree wood converts, how much time, how much energy, how much effort goes behind this. The values, the basic values, human values, environment values have to be put by teachers and parents both. But when they are put by teachers in a collective environment, the impact on the brain is definitely more. So it has to be taught with good example that if you are using this much, what is going behind that? So you have to use each and every paper discreetly with 100% mindfulness. Yes, what it is going to do for me, for my family, for my neighbors, for my friends, and when you grow up for next generation. Yes, we have to think for nature. Otherwise, one day we'll not have anything for us and for the next generation. We should always take care of papers, for water, for energy, for solar energy. So many things are there. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Jaya.
Thank you so much, TM Savita, for your speech. May I call upon TM Akshay, please?
Yes, yes, I'm here. The small structure is here. Am I audible?
Yeah. Can you choose
Okay,
any
thank you.
number?
I'll choose number four.
Number 4. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Your question is using your creativity to
Yes.
salvage pencil sharpener shavings.
What is that? Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Using your creativity,
Hmm.
how will you salvage the pencil sharpener shavings?
Pencil sharpener.
Yeah,
Using
shavings.
okay means how can I use the creativity like that you mean to say, right?
Yes.
Okay. Many of us have hidden talents, and some of them have hidden creativity, creativity, which people are not showing towards each other. Good evening to my fellow Toastmasters, Global Impromptu family members. Yes, we have to, if we have creativity, we have to sharpen it. And I would say Toastmasters platform is a good example where we can show our creativity. Now many of us will say like Toastmasters just of public speaking. No, it's not a public speaking. You can do anything in Toastmasters. Like we can sing, we can dance sometimes if we have events in Toastmasters, and some of are good in artists. So here, this platform is one of the best platform I would say to showcase our creativity. And second thing I would like to say, we can sharpen our creativity by volunteering for different activities such as impromptu speaking, and second one is about public speaking. You can deliver speech. Then you will become one of the most creative persons in your journey. So, and this is the audacious example, I would say. And this platform is really help us to recycle our creativity, which was hidden in our mind. What do you mean to say, Toastmaster Jaya, on this? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Akshay. The next member, Dinisha ma'am. Dinisha ma'am, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Jaya.
Yeah. Dinisha, ma'am, please choose any number.
Mm, Number three.
Sorry,
Number three.
3 is already gone.
Okay. 20.
20. What do you see here? Only that you need to choose at the moment.
I have to choose it.
2, okay. Okay. Number 2. Your question, Miss Dinisha. During the Stone Age, the stones were used to light the fire. According to you, what other useful can you think of apart from using the stone to light the fire? Over to you.
Uh, Thank you. Good evening to you all, global impromptu family members. At the Stone Age, stones are used to uh, make fire. So, fire, actually, those days, people may have used the stones to make fire because uh, they have very limited needs actually. What are necessary for a life, but nowadays it's totally different. So those days they only have to make fire uh, to cook something or to make heat, uh, like that. Many necessary, what are the necessary things to do, but now people use fire not only to those things, mainly to fire something between other people or to make fire in other people's hearts, like thing. So those days sexually nobody wanted to do such a things. So they used only stones to make fire. So I can agree with that, Toastmaster Jaya, and I don't think that people has used something else, because those days what they could find is according I have not read much of the things at those days. But anyway, I don't think that they have very limited needs, and they do not wanted to find out many more things. They have used stones to make fire and to make some tools to make their life easier. Except that I don't think that they have used many other things to make fire. The, over to you, Toastmaster Jaya.
Thank you, Miss Dinisha ma'am. Our next member, uh, Harshad. Harshad, are you available?
Yes.
A very good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Choose any number that you see.
I will go with 13 since today is the 13th.
Sorry,
I will go with number 13.
13. Okay. Okay. Number 13. Okay. Your question is, supposing you are a bank accountant, you have stored so many credit cards. You want to, you don't want to discard them. How will you salvage the credit card? Over to you.
Madam Table Topics Master, not only for credit cards, I believe debit cards also have the same issue. So, as the accountant of the bank, I'm quite sure there's going to be a lot of cards inside the lockers which I can make use of. I believe in the country that I live, there's this company called MAS which produces athletic clothing using plastic, especially plastic that's used for financial organizations and things like that. So, what I would simply do is collect all the credit cards, debit cards, and give it to them and make money out of it. Because there is a way to discard them. Because for me, I don't carry a credit card, but I do carry a debit card. Now, carrying a debit card is also a threat because you are carrying plastic, and I believe it is of utmost importance that as banks, we need to look at alternative methods. We need to change things because we do not give statements anymore. Everything is online, everything is digitalized. So it's important that we look at alternative methods. If it's Sri Lanka, I will give it to some recycling place and I'll get it recycled. And I will look at alternative methods because I've looked at people making better use of plastic recycling methods, and they are making other byproducts out of it. And I believe the plastic that's used for credit cards could be used for that as well. And I personally will discontinue using credit and debit cards, and I do not carry them. It's in my cupboard. I just use the digital banking. That's what I do. So we all have to change. If we can start change, and I think it's going to be quite easier. Over to you, Toastmaster Jaya.
Thank you, Harshad. Okay. Uh, our next member is none other TM Deepa Samad, the contestant of evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya.
Yeah. Deepa, choose any number, please.
I'd like to choose 10.
10. One moment here. Just give me a minute. 10. Okay. Imagine you are a carpenter. Your customer gives you pistachio shells to be used. How can you refurbish into furniture piece?
Oh, this brings me back to my childhood when I was eating all these salted pistachios, my favorite snacks. And there would be a bunch of these shells with me. And my aunt decided to introduce me to the craft of decorating the house. And we would make some designs and then we would put a frame around it and paste it across our rooms. And it looked lovely. And I was wondering, wow, the shells have so much use indeed. Now, if I were a carpenter and the same challenge was given to me, how would I do this? I believe that these are great pieces to form a collage. Just paint intricate designs on each of the shells and paste it like a collage on the top of a table and place a glass on top of that. I mean, there's nothing that nature provides that can go unused. And what else can be created so beautifully? Can you create a pistachio shell yourself? No matter how much you try, you can't get the imperfections it has. So I would say I would collect all of them, create a center table and with the most intricate, beautiful thing that I think no IKEA, no furniture store will ever be able to sell. It's going to be something in demand. You'll have to watch it out because those designs that I'll paint on each of the pistachio shells will be a sight to see. In fact, why not make it, if it's something that I get an order from, I would invite the kids in the family to paint some things on them. That will make it so customized, something to treasure for them, something to remember whenever they feel like discarding the table, they'll definitely rethink. They'll definitely think, oh no, I'm going to use this for the longest period of my time. Lifetime warranty. That's what I'll provide. Over to Toastmaster Jaya.
Thank you, Deepa. Very well said. I myself use pistachio shells in making a candlelight. You can make into a furniture piece, tables, and what not. We should all try it with yourselves when you get bored, or with your kids or grandchildren. Thank you. May I call upon TM Dr. Farida ma'am.
Yes, a very good evening. And the number I chose is lucky number 5.
5, okay. Leather. How would you refurbish the leather apart from shoes, purse, wallet, bag, or furniture? Is there any way that you can think of refurbishing the leather?
A very good evening to my global impromptu family members. Today, the theme that has been chosen by table topic master Jaya Raghuvanshi is sustainability related. And she wants me to speak about leather refurbishment. Let me make a declaration from the beginning of this speech. I am against the use of leather. I totally prohibit, I don't want people to use pure leather goods in any form. The reason being is it leads to unwarranted animal killing, and we see a lot of animals being slaughtered just for their leather and for their skin usage. And also because the process of tanning that leather causes a lot of toxic byproducts. So I personally am against it. However, there are many leather products in the market which can be utilized, bought, or refurbished. So coming to that, suppose if we buy something which is made out of leather, what are we doing? We are actually feeding the devil. So instead of purchasing leather goods, it's a demand and supply thing. The more we will buy, the more animals are going to get slaughtered for their leather. So we should cut this cycle, this vicious cycle, and try to salvage this environment in a better way, serve it in a better way by reducing our usage of pure leather in the form of purchasing. to the existing used leather goods, even those, I personally would not like to use any leather goods which are used by other people. The reason being is there could be infections which can be transmitted from people to people, especially when using organic things. So this is the reason that I would not like to refurbish used leather. I totally think that the thought of buying pure leather goods, it's an odious thought to me. I'm totally against it. And also, in order to salvage or revamp the existing environment, we need to be more sustainable. And in that, we should change many habits that we have gotten used to using in the name of fashion and in the name of having a high class life. So that is my take for tonight. I do not want to salvage any or refurbish any leather goods. A very good evening to everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Farida. I truly agree with you. One should not use anything that is made of leather or animal product. It's very harmful to kill all the animals. They're just like human beings. They have feelings too. Next, Madam Najila, please.
Hi, Jaya.
A very good evening.
Good evening, dear.
Yeah.
Can I go without cam, please? Okay. I need to choose a number, right?
Yes.
I go for 14.
Sorry?
14.
14. Okay. 1 for 14.
Wow.
Water. Najila, ma'am, this is your question. You are a mother. You see your child washing a dish or drinking water, continuously leaving the tap open. How would you, in a very creative way, loving way, would you explain your child how to save water, how to switch off the tap? Over to you.
I'll try on that. Good evening, my impromptu family, and sorry for not opening the cam. I'm having just some issue with that. Water is one of the essential thing in life, and it consists, I think most of you know, it consists 70 or 75% of a person's body and a human being. So without water, no life. And as a person, I cannot walk and I cannot do anything without water. There is always a bottle of water in my hand, wherever I go. To the extent that one of my doctors the other day, he was saying, "Oh, now you're hugging a water." I said, "Yeah, every day I have a water." He said, "I think you need to have to hang it around your neck, so whenever you need to drink it, you just take a straw and take it." Now for kids, I do have my nieces and my nephew, and to be disciplined for them to know how to save environment and save the sustainability and this important product of life and this precious gift from God. I will just simply, I guess, take away their fish or their pet. And if they want to give them water, I will tell them, you spend the water on washing dishes. So we don't have water for that thing. I guess in that way, that is one way only I can think of. I'm not that much creative with kids because I'm too much like a military lady. I'm sorry to say that. So it's only just stopping the thing from the beginning. So it's one way that I will explain that how much important it is and give them the example of if they cannot drink water, showing them a pictures maybe, but taking away or preventing them from giving the water, let's say from their pets or fish or whatever it is they have at home, um, in a way to understand how important not to leave their water, because it's either to stop using the water, overusing the water, let's say, with only just washing dishes, and you have to spare some of you for your own caring pet. I guess that is one way. Nothing in my mind more than this way. I never try. Maybe in the future, if I have my own kids, I will be more creative. I'm sorry for not being creative much with the kids. But yeah, water, you have to drink water a lot, and keep water, safe water, as much as you can, clean and clear for anybody else who can drink. And if they don't have it, just refill. And that's what's happening in Expo. Wherever you go, you have that fountain, small free fountains to refill your bottle if you don't have like you don't need to buy anyone. Over to you, Miss Jaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Najula ma'am. If I had this topic, I guess I would play a role play with them, like my child as a mother and me as a child, or in a form of a story.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you so much. Next time.
Um, next. Oh, Naveed, TM Naveed.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
No,
Am I audible now?
no. Oops. Are you there, Naveed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Am I audible now?
Yes. Now you're audible. Choose any number on the board.
Number 9.
9. Okay. Your question is, this is an empty beer can. You have just finished drinking it and you don't want to discard. How will you upcycle the empty can creatively?
Thank you very much, Madam Table Topic Master. Good evening to all of you. I hope you all are fine. Well, I was just thinking uh, what I will use the ideas regarding the recycling. So I was also listening to the speakers as well as looking on the Google that what should I talk. So I have found one quotation, and quotation is relating also to it. Is that there is not anything, there is not uh, a word like throwing away, because if you throw anything, it will go somewhere. So it means that there is not a word like throwing away. If we are using these cans, we use like cold drinks, carbonated drinks. So we just throw it away in the dustbin. But in Pakistan, in cities like small cities, these goes to the places like big uh, dust where they are accumulated and then it become a big trash, and then they are problem for the citizens. So if you are asking about how creatively these cans can be used, I remember the idea. I was watching one video on social media. In Africa, they were recycling the plastics and these cans. And there was one creative person who was making the statues from these cans. Even there was one person who made Formula One car like shape with these cans and plastic material. So in order to have these type of creativity, we can give these cans to the school children or the university students to use it in order to produce different creative ideas, and they can use in their final year projects. So yes, all things can be used, like these cans we can use as well. So thank you very much, madam.
Thank you. Next. May I call upon TM Naveen?
Yep. Good evening.
Very good evening, Naveen.
Okay, I shall choose number 7.
7.
What's
Ha.
this?
Your topic. How would you salvage the tissue roll creatively and artistically?
All right. Fellow Toastmasters, of course, in this world, it's very important to recycle and salvage as many things as possible in the best and efficient manner how you can. But nevertheless, there might be certain things for which you're not aware about for how it should be salvaged at the moment. And let me tell you, you should really not worry about it, because we tend to worry a lot in this world. Like actually whenever a lot of things come to us, or any unexpected things comes to us for salvaging or for recycling. So please, I would say one of the most important thing right now is stress control, because worries at the start of the day, and look at it positively, worries at the start of the day always means that you are still alive. There are clothes which do not fit you, but take it as a sense that you have got a good appetite. If you have tears in your eyes, so just look at it that there's someone to take care of you. The mess to clean after the party means that you have friends around you. If you've got a roof which is leaking or which needs fixing, that means you've got a house. If you've got taxes to pay, it doesn't mean that you're unemployed. And message on your mobile, it might be a botheration for you, but it means that there's someone to remember you. So let's be optimistic in life, because everything around you is there for a reason. So now coming back to the tissue paper roll. Now of course, so far, most of the time I've just been discarding it carelessly, because I myself have not found a correct use for it. And one of the reason it has never occurred to me that is, if I should reuse it, is also for the sense of hygienic use, because like obviously anything which is there in the bathroom, there are high chances of it having bacteria. So of course, to avoid any unnecessary bacteria by reusing it, I would rather discard it away. And of course, I would really not worry about it, because as I mentioned, that is, there are certain things, if you do not know how it can be reused, you should not collect it or store it in your house, and and let it take up space. So, but nevertheless, if I do find any good and proper usage for it, I would always give it a shot, or use it properly, because there are a lot of things which I do use in my garden which are recycled. But I would rather not take a used toilet paper, empty toilet paper, because of any bacterial issues. Thank you, Toastmaster Jay.
Thank you, Naveed. Do you know that you can do a lot with a tissue roll, with an empty beer can, and the credit card? How? If you go to YouTube or Google it, you can turn it into a garland. You can turn a tissue roll into some interesting face, or cut it into a leaf. As for the can, you can mold it into a jewelry piece, or into a face. While on the other hand, the credit card, you can turn into a box. What not? Go on YouTube, Google it, and you'll be amazed what you can do with all these stuff. Next. May I call upon TM Sherman, please?
Okay. Madam.
Very good evening, Sherman.
Number 15.
15. Pin. Okay. You are sitting in your office, so bored, and on your table there are these pins. What will you do with them? How would you upcycle creatively?
Madam Topic Master, Global Friends. This text is very usable thing. When you want to see a board like this, you can put a notices, you can stick to notices. People can see. And also any pending things also you can very easily tag into the board. And when it comes to the disposable thing, and these are not biodegradable. So if it is biodegradable, if you make pegs made out of biodegradable material, you can dispose this. You can disposing you can change as fertilizer or composting anything. But with this, I can say there's a metal part of this also. Then the plastic. And what other people said, you can make a toy or any other things. And when it comes to disposable as salvage, and there are some companies buying and they recycle. They melt all these plastics and make new things. And also from the metal part, also can be used for recycling and crushing and make more material or steel items, I can say. And all these things, if you throw it away to the your what do you call this, the backyard or any other things, it will stagnate. It will not decay, or it is going to be harmful thing in future. If somebody is going to plant something, number of plastics you can see now these days, lot of plastics things or the food containers are going and burying, and you can't burn it also. So there are some places you can, it's a small places you can't see, but anyway, there are some companies buying and doing the recycling. So better to people educate for recycling methods. Otherwise, people throwing here and there after using this will get injuring, or it's not good for the burning. The flame is not good for the inhale. So all these things are there. So we have to be careful with throwing here and there. Better to have the recycling methods. Over to you, Madam Topic Master.
Thank you, TM Sherman. I would advise all of you, you can make a collage out of these pins. Just draw any object or a face and pin using these pins, and it will look amazing. Next, may I call upon our guest, Miss Usha.
Number 1.
Number 1. Jute.
Sure.
Okay. How would you refurbish a jute into uh, an outfit being a designer?
Thank you, Table Topic Master Jaya, and good evening to all our global impromptu family members. Thank you for the topic. It's a joke. It's really amazing thing. Jute used in country like India is a lot. If you in olden days, so far I remember in my childhood time, rice, any of the grains they use jute bags. And the topic for me, how I can use this, yeah, why not? We can use this by doing some coloring, I can just put the wash clearly the jute and just put it in haldi, so it's becoming yellow color, which is my favorite color, which I wear now. Then I can make a small frock out of it, or a skirt, or a long skirt, as a small gown for the babies. Apart from that, we can make so many small um, stitching kind of with hand stitching. I can make small kind of blouses, which I know a little bit stitching to dolls, like my nephews and all use playing dolls, Barbie and all. I can make a frock for the Barbie. And yeah, moreover, yes, why not? It's not only haldi, we can use all, not the colors like which can harm to the climate, but we can color that jute into origin, I mean, which we use at home, like what we call kumkum haldi, and we can take some colors from the beetroot juice also. Even with that, we can make the coloring for this. This is what recently which we are trying. And yeah, so many other things. Even for the boys, if they are happy, a sleeveless shirt, and I can make it a handbag with that, and which I can carry, because we can easily refurbish this one. It's easily dissolves in earth on the soil. We can make, once we are done with that, it's because it certain day, after some time it will become like the what we call that, it leads to spoil, right? So that we can just put it on the soil, make as it dissolves in the earth and soil. So we can use for the compost also. For that, it will take little time, but we can easily compost that one. Yeah, if I am a designer, yes, I can make so many garments, handbags, many things. Thank you so much, Shayama, for the topic.
A jute can be turned into so many things: an outfit, a bag, a jewelry, what not.
Yes.
Next, Mr. Jatin, please.
Yes, ma'am. Can you see me? Ma'am, I would choose number 11.
Rope. You are a tree climber. Apart from using the rope in climbing, what other useful ways you can revamp the rope?
Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow global impromptu family members. So if I can't use the rope, what can I choose in the forest? So the thing is, I can choose, there are a lot of things where you can use it, like you can use jungle roots, you can use sticks. A lot of people they use jungle roots, and they also use the weeds, and also there's a lot of things where you can craft and stuff. No, you can have if you have a rubber band or anything, having a rubber band and having sticks, jungle having some sticks, you can immediately make a ladder, but it can't be very stable ladder, but then it can help you for one thing or another. But then like for saying, if you want to climb, if you make a house, or maybe you make something, or maybe you make a cave, and you can only open from top, you can make a ladder with roots, and you can climb, but then it should be strong. But then uh there are different types of things where you can use which can be similar through ropes, like for also when rescuing for people, like there are like a lot of weeds where you can attach them and then they become really long, and also some of the weeds can be really strong, so they are almost like the rope, so you can use that also for rescuing people. So that's my take. Thank you.
Thank you, Jatin. Okay. May I call guest Sibyl?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Toastmaster Jay. So maybe I will go with 25.
25. Okay. Pipe, think again. Pipe, think again.
Okay. Thanks for the topic, Toastmaster Jaya. So in this space, when you think about, say, a pipe that is not being useful, there can be different ways you can think about using that. So as an example would be like if you want to create a cycle. So if you go to a restaurant, you could probably see there would be cycles that would be created as a, or installed as a still model, maybe made up of bamboo or made up of say coir or anything in that. So you can in fact use old pipes which are not being which are considered as waste. So that could be one of the possible use cases of reusing this. And if you think there will be lots of other places where we can actually fit this in. So if say if we need to make some structures, we could use this instead of the classic example would be wherever you use say bamboo or wherever you use any kind of stick or anything to make, we can as well use pipes. So that is one use case that I see which could be used where pipes would be of really helpful. So rather than say wasting these or rather than burning this, which could be harmful and it can lead to lots of harmful gases, which in turn is very hazardous. So this could be the one of the best way to use this. Thanks, Toastmasters.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone left?
DTM Amjadji and you.
Okay. So I finished all the members and guests. Okay. TM, DTM Amjaji, are you there? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. Choose your magic favorite number.
Do we have 12 available?
12?
I saw that.
I have to go back.
Okay, no problem. If you want me to choose from here, I can do that.
Yeah.
Let's go to double two.
Double two. Okay. Okay. When you refuse to reuse, it's the earth you abuse.
Thank you so much, Madam Topics Master. When you refuse to reuse, you abuse the earth, I believe. Is it right?
Yes.
Whether I refuse or not, I have no option but to reuse. This is my understanding with the nature. For example, how do we produce egg? Through hen, right? And what do they eat? Perhaps trash, something we throw. For us, that's garbage. But later on, we eat that egg. And do we eat grass? We don't. But whatever we waste from our body, that is something important for some of the insects or other creatures. That's the food for them, and they are our food. So this is the circle of life. As per my understanding, nature has produced everything once for all. Now nothing is going to come as new, but everything is going to reshape, reproduce, and recircle again and again and again and again. I am food for somebody, and somebody is food for myself. And this is how the nature works. I don't actually agree with that topic saying that if you refuse to reuse, actually, as per my understanding, there is no option for you to accept to reuse it, because whatever is coming on your plate is reused, it's going to be reused, reproduced. This is, if just go and just, we need to just expand our horizon, think wisely, think broad, and we will learn that something is coming on our plate, is recycled, reproduced, and we are going to use it. And that will come again, maybe after a few years, as food on our plate. And whatever we are going to waste, that's going to become food for some creatures. So it's completely all right to accept the statement, but we have no option but to accept it and reuse whatever is being produced, or the waste we are going to create from our body or from our life or from others' life. This is the nature of, this is the creation of the nature, it's the cycle of nature, ladies and gentlemen. You abuse or not, end of the day, you have to use the same thing. Back to you.
Thank you, Ramjaji. Okay. Anyone can give me any number.
You can choose any number, Jaya.
No, I'll leave it up to you.
And I would like to give you a topic.
Sure, Parita ma'am. You can choose any number for me.
No, I'm going to give you an impromptu topic, Jaya, and you're going to relate it to sustainability. The topic for you is many people will wish they had started sooner. Many people will wish they had started sooner. Take it away. Table topic master, Jaya.
Thank you, Farida ma'am. Many people, what was the question? Many people wish
Will wish they had started sooner.
had started sooner. I think I should agree with your statement. We, uh, we as a public, as parents, as daughters, brothers, sisters, child, we are so careless in our own ways. We don't care. Everything is so available easily. We spend money like anything, especially our young ones. They don't care. They don't think about money. They don't think like how much that item or a dress or a Pepsi cost. If they want to have, they'll go and spend it and have without thinking how much it is if you can. And I believe we all convert to our own respective countries, right? And coming to the earth, we throw stuff on the road. We use it, throw wrappers, plastic bottles. We don't care about the plants. And then suddenly you see the weather change. It starts getting hot. Or in the news, you'll find in your country it's been flooded. People are dying. Or an earthquake in Japan. This is due to what? Earth. The ozone layer is getting day by day, year by year, bigger and bigger. That's why. And then we realize, oh, the earth is becoming a bad place. We are not using things. What was available so easily is not available now. It's high time we should start saving our planet, reusing it, and spend it wisely. It's never too late to salvage what we have on this earth. Over to you.
Yes, TTM Amjad Ali, would you
Thank you
like
so
to?
much. Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, this was 212th session at Global Impromptu Speaking platform. And today the host, our topics master was our own, a beautiful Jaya Raghuvanshi. Can we all give her a big hand, please? For, as usual, a creative show. Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya. I really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, with that power vested in me as a host of this very meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Take care. Bye-bye.